HOD put. Okay. It is the same formation, same. See, same formation. But at the time when I bought it, it's like Robin Hood. Robin Hood. It was over $100 at that time last year. The market was going up. Out of the blues. Oh, this was a covered. How did I do it? I think it was a covered call or a covered put. Covered put, it's like you buy the stock, you expect it to keep rising, and it should stay above the level in which you bought it, right? I was looking to make a profit. What I've learned, it is good to set a profit limit. Sometimes do not get greedy by trading without a stop. Sometimes I like to trade without a stop, but especially with covered put, you have to calculate the profit you're expected to earn, and then you put the price you are expecting it to be sold. All right. I did not do that. I was expecting more. So out of the blues, instead of $100 plus, stock market went below. Okay, let me go back to, look at this graph right here, see? All right, I'm going back to Robin. See, this is the same thing. This is 2x leverage. Whenever you buy leverage stocks, make sure you sell it within the same day. I was learning. I look at the 2x, expecting it to give me some more profit, but it came down to, I think, let me see. It came all the way down, pretty low. I think by this chart, this is let me see. What? $20, $18. I think right here. So there's also, let me see, covered put. Let me see, I'm trying to remember. Yes, so I did not want to, what did I do again? Oh, instead of losing the trade, I was assigned the stock. So I bought 100 shares, and instead of profiting, I was on the losing end. But I said to myself, it's good for me to still own 100 shares because I can use it as collateral when I'm doing a covered call. But what I did not do any covered put or covered call. I kept the stocks until the market rises. So I noticed from last year, I was not looking at the stock. And as I said, I usually put a stop limit or profit limit. So even if I'm sleeping, whenever the stock market is open and the market moves into that direction, and then it hits my stop limit, I will be making money in my dream. See, I keep telling you about stock market. I could be making money in my bed while I'm sleeping. Cling. So I said, wow, the stock market. Let me try to see if I could find out how much I bought it. Because I sold it today. It's like I needed the money. It came in handy. Came in at the right time. I did not want to sell any other stocks. But let me look at activity. Let me see. Okay. Okay. You sold ETF Opportunity Trust T-Rex 2X long, and it's a Robin Hood leverage stock, 100 shares. Settlement date was tomorrow, July the 15th, 2026. So I sold it today, the 14th. So by tomorrow morning, I will have my, well, I sold it for, yeah, I sold it for 37.50. I was making a profit, I think $200, but it was above the price I bought it. So everything was green, and I said, okay, I'm not waiting for the market to go any higher, even though I'm looking at the daily chart. The daily chart shows me it will go above this line right here. This is the EMA, this white looking line. This is the EMA 200. Right now, it's see right there, the EMA of 10, which is yellow, EMA 20, which is red, and the EMA 200 looks like white. Well, looks like a greenish color, but I'm talking, see? And as you can see, the RSI is climbing, and there was also not much volume, as you can see today, but the green arrow was above the 200. So when I saw 37.50, I said, let me sell it for 37.51. Usually you want to sell it in increment of 5, like 50, 55, 60. but I just wanted the money because I'm stopped second guessing myself. Yeah, I'm not second guessing myself. Been doing this thing too much time. Whenever you second guess yourself, you always have some problem. It causes problem. Okay, and trying to look for, and what I did, what was I talking again? What I did, the money came in handy because what I'm doing now, I'm trying to sell some of my stocks. I have growth stocks, I have dividend stocks, I have ETF. The growth stocks are the ones in which you just buy, like example Tesla. Tesla doesn't make a profit, but Tesla can rise, and then you could sell it. Example, Tesla will come down to $100, and then within a few weeks it goes up to $300. So that's why I just buy it when it was down. But in an ETF, the ETF FXAIX, those 500 companies which are number one on the US market, Tesla is in that ETF. So in my case, that would be like, why would I buy it? Why would I buy a single stock of Tesla? These are the things I did while I was learning. Okay? Make some profit to sell it, but now, seeing that I've learned so many things, I've done so many things, I'm not really trading at this moment. I just let my dividend put money into my pocket, and I have the ETF to safeguard whenever the market goes down. ETF I will never sell. The market always go up. That is one thing about ETF. If one stock is not performing, or 3 stocks are not performing that good, they will replace them with similar or better. It's like you have a basket full of different fruits. If one is bad, you just take out the one that's bad and replace it, but you still have the basket of fruits. This is one safeguard of having ETF. You could have a portfolio for dividend stocks, but that's like you're buying single stocks. Or you could buy an ETF that pays out dividend. But the thing about it, you need money to make money. All right? That's the thing about the stock market. You need money to make money. People talk about dividend stocks, but what happens when you buy a stock and then it's split? Reverse split, forward split. I don't like when stocks split. I remember when Tesla was $1,500 for one share. That was in 2020. Yeah. At that time, I bought Tesla because Tesla was the hottest thing on the market. Yeah. That's when I started investing. I was hesitant, but I said, after buying Apple with $100, and I was learning, was watching every videos, I was analyzing. I like to take chance. Yeah, if you don't take chance, I'm not talking about smoking and drinking. No, I'm not talking like that. Talking chance with money. It takes money to make money. And at that time when I spent that $1,500, Tesla went up close to $2,000, and then they split. Oh gosh, they split Tesla, and then I ended up with 15 shares of Tesla. Nowadays, I would never sell Tesla. You know, yeah, because that's a stock. It's very volatile, and I use it for doing option trading. But at the time, I was learning. Where are you going to get Tesla for $95? Yeah, that's the cost basis at the time when they split it. $95. Right now, Tesla is $396. Tesla went up close to $500, but because of stupid Donald Trump, yes, Donald Trump, we all were expecting, oh, Donald Trump is going to come into office, crypto will be going up, the stock market will be going up, the market will be bullish. What these people did, they made money in the crypto market, and they made money on the stock market, and then the stock market come down. So the same stocks that the rich people buy, I own them too. But what am I going to do? I'm not going to sell it. If you are red, do not sell. Leave it. After a few years, don't be surprised if it recovers. That's why I'll never sell Tesla. But at the time, like 2 years ago, Coney, Misty, Coney, they were paying me good dividend. Shit, I used to be getting $1,500 a month, almost $2,000, depending on how many shares I bought. At the time, yield max, the stocks were what, $20 they start, and then it comes down to $15, and sometimes it goes up to $25, almost $30. But I think the dividend payout was, I think, $1.50. $1.50. Let me see. If you buy it, no, because at that time, the goal was to have 1,000 shares. So let me see. I don't remember. I would have to go back into paperwork. I don't feel like doing it right now. Let me see. Yes, I could go back. Yeah, Coney was paying big dividend. Misty was also paying big dividend, and then after a while, these stocks, they were I think Misty went up to like almost $40. Coney the same, 25 or so. Now these stocks are, let me type it here. Misty, MSTY, Misty. Misty is $13. The last dividend was 20 cents. Imagine, I used to be getting $1 something. Let me type in Coney. C-O-N-Y, Coney. Coney's $19.90. How much? See, Coney 27 cents. Now let me see. Misty, let me say Misty. 20 cents. Okay, Coney 27. All right. So this is how I used to do it. Coney is $19.90. At the time, owning 1,000 shares, you would move the decimal point 1, 2, 3. So you would be paying $19,900 to own 1,000 shares of Coney. Right? I'm looking at today's figure. Right? You would have to be paying $19,900 to own 1,000 shares of Coney. Now, if the dividend, like as I said, I'm speaking about today, if the dividend is 27 cents, also they were paying monthly. So if they're paying 27 cents, I would just move the decimal point 1, 2, 3. So for the month, I would get dividend payout of $279. At that time, I think it was 2 years ago, Coney was paying, I think, $1.50. So that is why when I'm telling you I used to be making $1,500. So $1.50 times 1,000 shares gives you what? Let me use my calculator just to make sure. Even though I told you already. Let's see. $1.50 times 1,000. See, $1,500. But at that time, I put up $20,000 to own $1,000 share. See? But because yield max split, all right, they split. This is why the stock is at today's price now. It's recovering. It's at $19, but the dividend is only 27 cents as opposed to $1.50. You see the difference? All right. Whenever you're going to be buying dividend stocks, do not jump in. I don't expect everyone to be an expert, but I have a saying. If it's your money, you have to be interested in your money. You cannot just give a manager money to make money for you. No. Yeah, you could do it. It's going to charge you a fee. Also, at that time, what I did, I traded in my Roth account, ROTH. This way, I don't have to pay no tax on my capital gain whenever I'm withdrawing that money or selling the stock. That's one thing I like about Roth. But you have to look at the 5-year, 1-day chart. 5 years. The reason why I say 5 years, it's like a marriage. People get married or couple are dating. If you survive 5 years, that's going to be good, because that is when you get to know a person, living with them. Living with them. Okay? When you live with a person, you get to understand their habits, their dirty habits, their good habits. And it takes two people to communicate and live together. Stock market is the same thing. You have the EMA, you have special lines, you have special curvature of the chart. You look at the charting can tell you when a stock is going down. Yes, the charting shows you whenever a stock is going down. It tells you when to sell and when to buy. If you're doing the 1-minute chart, the 5-minute chart, you are day trading. You are gambling. Too many times people think the stock market is about gambling. Too many times they listen to these people. Oh, come and join my YouTube channel. Come and join my Patreon. I'll show you how to this, I'll show you to that. These people are making money. Okay? That's what they're doing. These people are making money. Knowledge is free if you spend the time to learn. I've been doing this for 6 years. I never regret it. I never regret it. I just laugh at people who keep talking about, I'm scared of the stock market, I'm going to lose money. Every day we all are investors. Yes. No matter what you want to say, I'm not sugarcoating nothing right here for no one. I'm not going to be bragging about, oh yeah, they call me the coach. I've been doing this thing for 16 years. I make $1 million. No, that is a dream they sell everyone. Imagine you're making $15 or $20 an hour, trying to survive, to pay the rent, to pay the bills and everything. And these people on YouTube make it seem like, oh, you just buy a few stocks and boom, 1, 2, 3, you become a millionaire. It takes money to make money. Okay? You have to have a heart and say, I'm going to buy this stock as an investor. But since I've learned so much, I'm not advising no one to buy no stocks anymore. I would advise them to buy an ETF, because many a time these people, when they retire, Retire is when you stop working and you are receiving Social Security. Stop working means you stop working. So don't listen to these people talking about, oh, I'm retired. No, ask them one question. How old are you? You just told me you retire. Are you collecting Social Security? Oh, they said no. I said, that's right. You're not retired then. You just stopped work. Because they'll never tell you they're collecting Social Security. They're going to tell you, oh, I can't take it now. You know why? Because you're going to get less Social Security. And the age for Social Security, minimum withdrawal is from the age of 62 years old. And then 67 is 100% of your Social Security money, which is not really your money because someone has contributed for you to start getting your money. It's like a pyramid. Yeah. The money you are receiving from Social Security, that is not your money. You're paying for somebody else. All right? And this is why 2020, when I started, I was hesitant. You know, this is where when you're being brainwashed about go to school, you get an education, and you get a job, and then you get promotion and all this BS. No. I'm telling you the real world. You're brainwashed to go to work as a slave. Imagine you have so much education. You go to the job to perform. You still get underpaid. Yes. This is why 2020, when COVID came in town and they were giving companies the money to workers. That's why, to me, that's the best time of my life. Imagine you go to work, you make your weekly money, then Donald Trump says, give them an extra $600 because of the COVID. Yeah, companies were doing that. People were getting money. And you know what? Money changes people too. Oh, people were buying fancy car, fancy clothing, and fancy this. You know how I really started the stock market? 1986. That's when I really wanted to start learning the stock market. But at that time, things were different. It was always how much money you have to spend, how much money you have to spend. Yes, that's what it used to be until, thank Robin Hood. Those guys changed the game for us. Yes, for us. Always remember where we're coming from. If it wasn't for Robin Hood, we would be paying a manager commission fee to own a stock. Robin Hood made it where we are the boss. We now can pick up our finger. 1, 2, 3, we own the stock. So from 1986 until 2020, I always wanted to do investment, but it was expensive. So I just say, hey, I have to work. until I keep seeing Public, and this company Public, they have a brokerage firm, and I remember I was hesitant to sign up because you have to give your personal information over the over the internet. But as I keep saying, I like to take chances. That's why I'm so knowledgeable. When I say taking chances, I'm not talking about selling drugs. Okay? I don't want to hear nobody talk to me about selling drugs. I'm not knocking a person for what they do, but I'm doing things legal so I could sleep peacefully. And it was Will Smith. Yes, Will Smith was speaking with the owner of Public. And that's when, also the episode was on CNBC. So for all you people, you know when CNBC is on your screen, you know it's money talk. I used to like watching that guy on channel 13, you know, the public station, that Sesame Street and all those cartoons used to be. And then like in the evening, they would have the news forecast and they would talk about stocks and the market and that. Yeah. Yes, Will Smith. Because of Will Smith, I decided to open the account because I said, well, Will Smith is speaking with the boss of Public. I did my research and they said they're going to give you free stocks. You know what? Don't get carried away when they say they're going to give you free stocks. That's how I learned at the time. I sign up, they give me free stocks, ask me which one I want. The first thing I did was Apple. Yes. It was like a few a few cents fractional shares of Apple. And then I opened the account with $100. Oh boy. And every morning, noon, and night, I would be on YouTube. I would be doing my research. I would be listening to the terminology, getting used to those words. And little by little, I bought Apple, Gild, G-I-L-D. I bought whatever 100, I bought whatever 100 dollar could buy at the time. At that time, I didn't know anything about dividend stocks either, because I was always saying, if I buy the stock, it's only paying 20 cents. What is 20 cents for me? How am I going to make money? Until I listen to, I think it was Chris saying, him, also Wall Street Trapper. Like they say, at the time, remember AT&T was the number one phone carrier at that time. I think AT&T was paying 50 cents dividend per share for AT&T ownership of AT&T. They would be paying 50 cents, and I was like, wow. So what the guy did, he break it down as, it's so simple. You guys have a telephone, right? Yeah. Example. You guys pays $50 a month. I'm speaking about Verizon now. People have a telephone. every month they pay $50 for the bill. The guy say, hey, Verizon is going for let's say Verizon is $40 a share. Say, yeah. He say Verizon is paying 60-cent dividend. All you have to do is buy 100 shares. And I said, wow, if Verizon is $40, I would just need $4,000. $40 for 0.00. Move the decimal place 2 places to the right. That's $4,000. And then for the dividend payout, what? 50 cents. Move the decimal place 2 places to the right. That would be $50. And again, at the time, Verizon is quarterly. So every 3 months, you would be getting $50 with ownership of 100 shares. And I think about it and I say, yeah, that makes more sense. Coming from 50-cent dividend to $50, $50 sounds good to me. And I say, yeah, that sounds good. And you know what? I've never looked back. I always try to find some dividends stocks, and I bought them. Remember, this is 2020. And what I did, I used that COVID money to buy the stocks. Yes, COVID, while everyone was buying chicken and steak and lobster, fancy car. Yes, I was using that money. Every week I would get that $600 from the company plus my salary. Thank you, Donald Trump. That's one thing I thank you for. Thank you for giving us that extra $600 plus our salary. I wish they could have COVID again today. I would love that. Yes. Thank you, Donald Trump. And I used that COVID money to bankroll my stock portfolio. At that time, I was teaching myself dividend stocks. At that time, I would try to buy, the good stocks. At that time, Amazon used to be $3,000 to own 1 share. But the only thing about Amazon, they don't pay a dividend. So I would never buy. The only stock I really did buy at the time, I would never let Tesla slip away. 2020, Tesla was $1,500. And I found the money. Yes, I used that same COVID money to buy Tesla. Yes, never look back. I still own it. But the thing about it, Tesla doesn't pay a dividend. So that is why I was looking for stocks that pay dividend, good dividend. And seeing that TD Ameritrade at the time was my brokerage, I wanted to learn more. And I noticed guys on the internet were using Thinkorswim. And like whenever you analyzing stocks, 10 stocks, you want to see 10 different charts. And I'm trying to find, how can I get this? How can I get Thinkorswim? And I found out you just open an account. You don't need no big money to do nothing. You just open a yes, TD Ameritrade, which was sold now to Schwab. And Thinkorswim to me is one of the best brokerage platform in which it teaches you how to invest. You could use a simulator. As I said, this stock market is so big. I don't want people to join no stupid club and let these people talk about you buy it here and you buy it there, and they're making money from you, and you still struggling in life. Because, example, Keenan, yeah, is knowledgeable, but these people come every day onto YouTube and they're talking about these stocks and they're trying to get you hyped up to buy and sell. That's gambling. You want to be an investor? Open an ETF. You could buy an ETF that pays dividend, or you could buy a few stocks that pays dividend. All right, and that's separate. So I used to have different portfolios to make different money. I would like to use my dividend portfolio to help to pay the cable bill, to pay the car bill, to help to buy food, to help yes. Imagine, you're not making a lot of money. This is how I figure things out. I don't listen to those people on the internet keep talking about get rich quick. No. You're gonna get rich poor in debt. Talking about margin. Margin is a fancy word. It is a loan. You know, people kill themselves getting involved with things they don't know anything about. Margin. I've never used margin. I've never used student loan. I'm not putting myself in no debt. Yes. And that is why when I started in 2020 with that COVID money, and I learn every day. This is why I keep telling these people, it takes time. The stock market will always be there. You're making $15 an hour. You're making $20 an hour. From $15 an hour to $20 an hour, it sounds like a big gap. It's nothing big, because this is how I do it. 3 times 15, that is $450 weekly. $20 an hour is 3 times 20, that is $600 a week. 450 to 600, that's a $150 gap. If you can find stocks that pays dividend monthly or weekly to help with that $150 cushion, that can help you to pay for something, to pay for your rent, to help pay for. Listen, this is why the stock market is not a gambling thing like these guys keep talking about. Oh, tomorrow the stock is going to move up and tomorrow it's going to move sideways. No. Worse, when I hear people who have no idea about option. I learned about option since 1986. Warren Buffett says, for every penny the stock moves, buying option, you can make money and you can lose money. So I always have that into my head. Whenever somebody talk about option, I say, yeah, you could make money going up. You could also make money going down, but you could also lose. Stop talking about option. You need to learn fundamental first before you start talking about option. Learn how to open a checking account. And this is why I keep saying, stop arguing about you're going to work, you're not making enough money. So what? We all been there, but the stock market can help you. Invest your money on the job, like find a good company that gives good benefit, and then every week you contribute to that account. Example, a Roth account, yearly contribution is like, I think, $7,000 or $7,500 for the older ones. Imagine you put away $7,000 on your job. You can't even touch it. At least that's investment. Okay? Yes. The pension you get from a company, they invest the money. So don't tell me about, oh, I don't want to do anything about investment. I don't want to know. I'm going to lose money. It takes money to make money. You people want to go to college. You people talking about student loan. You people want to get married. You keep talking about the fancy wedding, $20,000. Oh, you don't have it, but you put yourself in debt, right? Guess what? The stock market is there. It's the same thing. You buy a stock, it will go up, it will go down. It is for you to decide when to sell, when to buy. You have a wedding right now. After the wedding, oh, you got the bills to pay, right? And that's when husband and wife start to argue. Imagine they just get married and they start arguing over money. You know why? Because no one budget money. They don't know anything about money. They think kissing and hugging up and having good sex is all about life. Bills gotta be paid. The stock market can help you. All right? Now, 2020, after learning the stock market, I start to spread the word. But no matter, when you have your friends or people around you and you try to educate them, it seems like they're not interested. But they want to talk about, they're going to take a trip to Africa. They're going to go to P. Diddy's wedding, P. Diddy's parties. Yeah. Until when they want to borrow money, they want to come to you? No, it doesn't work like that. No way. I don't lend people my money. Sorry. If friends don't want to listen about making money the legal way, speaking, not drugs money. I don't want to hear about no drugs money. Don't come to me with no drugs money. There's a price to be paid. When you get caught with drugs money, you sit down in prison and then you analyze your life, and then you're going to say, yeah, that guy was speaking the truth. Quick money would put you in prison. The thing about it, I invest my money here. Every year, I can write off my loss. $3,000 loss on my tax, income tax. All right? The government gives you these tools, ideas. The government encourages us to invest. The only problem is the government They're the one squeezing us. They know the rules. How many times you gonna hear Donald Trump and Elon Musk and all these Jeff Bezos and all these rich people talk about? We don't pay tax. Yeah, that's right. We don't pay tax. Yeah, don't blame them. If there's a rule or a law how to bypass these things, if you don't learn the laws, you're gonna be crying. This is why when it's time to vote, nobody cares about voting. Only a few people care. Now, whoever is the president, then they start to curse and, it's not my president. Guess what? Ask not what the president can do for you. Ask what you can do for yourself. This is why the stock market is important in our daily life. Are you an investor? Are you a consumer? Some people want to be consumer every day. And as I keep saying, when I speak to people about investment, nobody could help me. That is why I love YouTube. YouTube is the greatest university. And I'm thanking all those people with knowledge who share their knowledge. This is why I look at the youngsters today and I try to educate them about financial literacy. I'm teaching everyone, open a brokerage account, open a brokerage account. Not just talk it, just do it. Put your beneficiary. You know how many people go to work? They just go to work. They don't make use of their benefit. They don't know what's involved. They're just like a walking zombie. They get up, they go to work. And this is why I always feel positive. I never let work be a stumbling block for me. Because when you try to hustle your money on the side, even when I'm working, I'm showing this co-worker, hey, see I'm making money right here? Yes. I go in the toilet, I sit on the toilet, and then I take up my phone and I start make some transaction. Yes. That's the beauty of, listen, man. It's good when you have your own money. And I keep saying, thank Donald Trump. He's the only president, COVID time, give me the money. I could use for some more COVID money again. And man, I was saving my money every week, And this is why when people are sitting and smoking, they drink coffee every day, they smoke every day. Yes. But they never have money to invest for themselves. Excuse. This is why I don't sit around with people who is coming with negative things. If you're not putting money in my pocket with some education, I want to be alone. And this is why this platform right here, I know if it's one person listening, I've done my work. I will never stop talking about stock market, even when I'm not investing. You see, the worst thing is to have family members. Yes, I learned this. Family members, I try to bring them on board. But you know what? They might have a master MBA, Master of Business. They might have all these degrees. They might work more money than me. But guess who have the better life? Yeah, they are not happy like me. All right? They're not happy. All right? When I was trying to teach them, they jump board, find excuse. So you know what I do? I put them to the side. I don't want none of, no, all right, this is how I do it. When I show people the blueprint, that's how I used to call it, the money blueprint. Sometimes I would make charts with different stocks that paying out dividend and the cost price and how much they would be earning for the year, owning like 5 stocks or 20 stocks. Yeah, I do that. I give it to them, and guess what they do with it? Just read it and put it in the garbage. And then they want to, every time they see me, oh yeah, what are you doing? Are you still doing that stock market thing? What stock market thing are you talking about? You think this is a game? No, I'm not wasting time no more with you people. I'm busy. I'm busy with my happiness. That's why I'm more happy. I smile, I'm happy. It's not only money going to make you happy. You have to have happiness from within. When you look at the chart, this is why, all right, look, all right, where is it? Robin Hood. See, Robin Hood, $113. Robin Hood came on the market last year, and within a few months, it went up to $100. And let me see, it went up to $150. That was what do you call it? October the 6th, 2025. The reason why I know these things because I'm looking at the chart. The chart is your boss. It tells you what's going on. Remember I told you the stock market is like your marriage. After 5 years of investing, you will know enough to take it to the next level. See? The daily chart. Sometimes I use the 10 year one day. It shows me. I don't have to be a scientist or a genius to read this chart. YouTube University, I listen to all these people who are given the knowledge. But I don't like the ones who are overcharging. Yes. I call the people who want to join this group fanatics, groupies. They just want to jump on board, but they never want to spend the time, and then they give up. I can't take this no more. I can't take this no more. Listen, you go to work, you have to budget your money. You have to put something away. All right. This is another trick. All right. You claim you don't have no money, right? What I like to do, and I like to encourage people, let the job take more taxes out of your wages. You hear that? Not just the minimum taxes. What you do, you put 0 exemption. Zero exemption. I think that's the W4 form you have to fill out on every job you start. Do not put down your dependent, just put 0. And then you could put, there's another line. I would put an extra $10 taken out. So that's extra tax that would take out of my salary weekly. But the sweetest part about it, when you file your income tax, you get a bigger refund. Yes. And after you get that bigger refund, because you have to put your dependent, right? Example, you got 3 kids. When you're doing your taxes, then you put 3 kids. You know those 3 kids are going to get all different type of credits from the government. They're going to get a big refund. That refund money can help you to pay off your debt. But the best thing about it, use that money to invest. Buy a few more ETF. Put it in your account. If you want to have a special dividend portfolio, you could buy more shares to get more dividend payout to help you with your bills. So what I used to do, and I still do, I use the dividend portfolio to assist with paying off small little things. You know you have a big cable bill. I don't know why you people paying $300 for cable bill. For what? I don't know why. Cut it. You don't need that. Okay? Cut it. You could have internet only. You could buy the Amazon stick. So you're going to be paying for internet. That's it. Why you need $300 for cable, and then you have another $200 for your phone bill, and you talk about you don't have no money? Something is wrong with you people. Cut. You have to cut some of these things to survive. All right? You have your Con Edison bill. Plug the ones that are not using at the moment. Those devices plugged in, plug it out. Use LED lights. Plug, yeah. You notice everything I'm talking about costs money? Yes. Yet you claim that you don't have no money. You just want to be a consumer. This is why I keep saying I'm tired of watching people cry about they don't have no money. You make a fool of your damn self. You go to school as a youngster, you waste your time. Nobody knows what they want to do in life. They just want to sit, drink, and smoke, and gossip. Drink, smoke, and gossip. They don't even know how to change a tire. A lot of these people drive around and they think that, oh, they want everything for free. But yet they want it, oh, I got a fancy BMW, I got a fancy this. Listen, name brand does not impress me. Keep it to yourself. There's no one with money can come into my face and try to impress me about how much money they have. No, please, because I have a good saying. When you go to the toilet to take a shit, I'm just playing. I'm not prettying up anything. Everyone is on the same level, 18 inches from the floor. Go check it. 18 inches. The toilet seat to the floor is approximately 18 inches. Even the Queen of England used the toilet. It doesn't matter how much money she robbed from the different countries. All right? I'm talking about making money for your daily usage. I know we all going to die, leave the money, but it's to help you to pay your bills. You wasted your time. You did not learn a skill. You did not learn an academic career. And then you come onto the job and jealous of me. Yeah, because when you're assertive, when you get the job done, when you try to be a good person, they don't like that. Then they want more money. And this is why I look at these people. I try to help them. Yes, every job, every day I'm teaching positiveness to people. But I learned that they smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Backstabbers. I'm yet to see somebody come to me and try to motivate me to be a better person or to earn some money. When I say a better person, I'm talking about making money. I'm not talking about selling drugs. So don't come to me with that. Okay? They had this thing called Prime America. And this co-worker invited me to this place. So I went and I listened to the speech of the person who was in charge about making money. I listened, but my thing is, show me how we're going to make the money. And that first meeting, the guy said, the next time you come to the meeting, bring at least 5 more people. And I said to myself, 5 more people for what? I really don't hang around with people like that, call people friends. I don't keep friends. So it's going to be difficult for me to try to bring people to this meeting, Prime America, in which I want to learn how to make money. Also, they said they could show us how to get our insurance license to sell insurance. So for me, that was a good deal. But after speaking about bringing in 5 people, and then I went to the meeting again, and I got my license. But every time I go to the meeting, the guy keep talking about, do you people want to have this fancy house with this toilet seat in gold in this mansion and all this fancy stuff? You know what I said? I said, this is not for me. I've got my license, but I'm still not making any money. Show me how to make the money. So you know what? because there was a clause in which you could ask for a refund. So I asked for the refund. Yeah, I was not interested no more. I don't want to hear about no person speaking about fancy house and fancy this, and I don't want to hear about this fancy thing. And and they refunded me that Prime America license. All right. And I said to myself, the creator, which is God, but I say creator because I know you people get carried away when somebody say God, God, God. We have so many gods in this world, and this world is so corrupted. So I like to say creator. So this way I know there's somebody who creates us. And I said the creator wants me to work. So I'll continue working. And then again, my cousin invited me to the same Prime America again. I went to the meeting with him just to, I told him what happened. So I went, and it was into one of these hotels. You know when everybody is clapping, yeah, yeah, yeah. But guess what? I observe these people because I'm a person. You cannot deceive me easily. I'm very observant. And I'm saying, why are these people, everybody's clapping and everybody seem like they're so happy? It reminds me of the Jonestown killing that happened in Guyana. There was also something similar in the United States, in which it was like a cult. Everybody in the cult group were listening, but they would never tell you the truth of what's going on. And then when you get deceived, you're going to get disappointed. So I was like that. I said, okay, I'm observing. When they say everybody must clap, and no, I sit down. And when this lady was asking me some personal question, I flipped the script. Whenever somebody's asking you a personal question, flip it. Ask them the same question. They shut up. Psychology at work. I tell you, I learn a lot by myself. And I said to myself, I will never let anyone come to me and speak about money, because I'm still waiting for that person to show me how to make the money. Yes. Have you heard about the Illuminati? Yeah, it's a real thing. People do things just to make it in life. People sell their soul. I'm not selling my soul. This is why I learned the stock market by myself. I've never joined any group. Okay? I analyze the stock market. This is why I can look at the chart. I can tell you when the stock is going up and when it's going down. Okay? Look at Tesla. See? Tesla. Look at Tesla. $396. As I told you, the reason why it is $396 now, because 20 years ago, Tesla was $1,500. Amazon was $3,000. And every time I read past articles pertaining to, if you invest this money, you could have made this. Yeah, at the time, Amazon was like a nobody's stock. Nobody. What? Barnes and Noble? You remember Barnes and Noble? Yeah. Amazon was paying a few dollars, and as year goes by, it skyrocketed to $3,000. And this is why I pay attention to 10 years ago, Amazon was $1. 20 years ago, Apple was $1. Now Apple is, let me type in Apple, AAPL, boom. See, Apple is $314. But these stocks, they split. I don't like when a stock split. You know why I don't like? It doesn't perform the same in a way. It's like when something is hard to get, you try to accumulate the money to buy it. When you buy it, you feel something worthy. This is why people buy gold. Yeah, gold is another asset to own. Gold. There's always a hype to hype people to buy things. You know who is doing these things? The rich people. The rich people know that we are the ones who are buying. The rich people on the stock market, they call them the whales. I got so much information. I tell you, I have so much information. It's like I bookmark a lot of things. I have a different apps onto my phone. My phone is not about speaking to no humans about gossip. My phone is all about business. Okay? You must consolidate your business into one place. All right, people? Don't just get up and say you're going to work, you're going to work. Brainwash, zombie mentality. All right? You know what these people do? When they say they give you life insurance on the job, or they give you whole life insurance, and they let you contribute into all these things, the day you leave the job, you have to pay for that whole life insurance, and it is not cheap. You know, oh, I know. Yes, there's a lot of things I know. I like to ask people questions, but I notice a lot of these people, they go to work and they work, but they don't know nothing of why they go to work. They don't know nothing about their benefit. And they, oh yeah, we have life insurance. Yeah, life insurance, but once you leave the job, it's not yours anymore. This is the sorry state in which we have people working, and they don't want to stop working because they think the life insurance is for them. You know who the life insurance is for? For your beneficiary. Okay? Now tell me, why would a person start working at a young age and they want to work until they're 80 years old, 90 years old? For what? It's greed. Humans are not on this earth to work. Humans are here to enjoy life. Before you talk about you want to do investment, learn about the 5-year day chart. I put it like that. Look at the chart. This is the 1 year, 1 day chart. Look at the 1 minute chart. All right, let me see. Look at the 1 minute chart. See, it's different, right? It's different. The 1 minute is for this moment, 1 minute, what is taking place. but the 1 minute is a combination of minutes put together for 1 day. And then you could see for that 1 day, is the stock going up or is it going down? Put it today, yeah. As I said, this is the Weeble, but I have my big boy Think or Swim. I also have Momo. I like to have different apps. This is all you have the information. Okay, I got the Fidelity apps. I got the Schwab apps. Different charting. When I say different charting, it's just maybe the layout is different, but it is the same process. The chart. Here's another one. Oh, I forget that chart. But I'm not paying for no charts. Trade. There's a popular one. I would have to look for it. I don't pay for these things. You have to get things for free. Okay? But Think or Swim is my #1 charting. And as I keep saying, that COVID money helped me. And I can't understand why you have husband and wife live together and they're struggling. Why? Why you have 2 people living together? Worse, they have kids and they're struggling to pay the bill. Something is wrong. I don't expect people to be smart, but I expect as you get older, you're supposed to be wiser. Yes, wiser. Those people who keep talking about, imagine you have a relationship, but yet people keep talking about, I'm going to hang out with the boys, I'm going to hang out with the girls, just hanging out. And as I said, idle thoughts, idle minds cause problem. This is why I have problem in the household, because in this society, no one wants to listen. Yeah, no one wants to listen. Everyone wants to talk. If you're speaking the good message, somebody will be listening and asking questions. It's a two-way street. That's why I like life. I do not have one-way conversation when I'm speaking to people live on the street, in my house, on the job. Because some people, they like to do the talking. And this is how I really started this YouTube channel. You know, when you go to different channels, you put some positive comments. But I noticed people just want to gossip. They don't like your comments and they want to threaten to block you. It's like on the phone. I like to tell people, yeah, your mannerism sucks on the phone. You like to slam the phone, okay. But remember, face to face, that's what I like. And I'm going to see your mannerism if you still have the same eat. You know, when you speak to customer service, always let customer service know that this is business call. It's not a personal call. They're trying to use psychology and say, oh, hello, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? Hello. Listen, tell them you're having a bad day. Guess what they're going to do? Oh, so what I do when somebody say, hello, sir, how you doing today? I say, you know what? I'm breathing just like you. Oh, oh yeah, you're right, sir. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I would prefer you say, hello, sir. How can I assist you? How can I help you? Because whether I'm feeling good or bad, they can't do nothing. It's only a few people that knows life when you speak to them customer service. Yes, I like, those are the ones I try to share my life experience about upliftment. We all go through troubles and tribulation in this world, but if your customer service, that is your job. Your job is to find solution. Your job is not to speak to people as if you and them is husband and wife and you're arguing. Yes, sometimes you have to put them in their place by saying, hey, I don't like your mannerism. Your job is not here to argue with me. I'm calling about a problem pertaining to the bill. Sometimes it's human error. And whenever you people like to say, oh, the computer shows this and the computer shows that, and I say, yes, the computer shows that, but it's human error why my bill has wrong numbers, because I have the proof. People, use your telephone, smartphone, and take a picture of every document pertaining to you. All right? Example, you know, when you go to the doctor, they want to tell you to come back in 3 months' time. Guess what? You do not have to go. It's a money-making thing. Okay? So what I like to do, I say, I will make the appointment when I'm ready. Because the day when they make it for you and you forget to cancel, they're going to charge you a fee. So now they send me a text. I say, you know what? Seeing that it's time to go to the dentist, I'm not ready yet. Okay, let me put yes. I put yes, and then I went to the dentist. This is why I don't like text. I replied yes for my appointment. But when I went for my appointment, the female is telling me, oh, we don't have you on the list. You could make an appointment to come back another day. You know what I did? Because I was prepared for this already. I took a copy of the text and I showed it in her face with my name and appointment, and guess what? She shut up. And And then she said, okay, sir, you could see the dentist next person. All right, see, if I didn't have my proof and I would be talking, oh, doctor, I didn't get anything from you people. I got it, but I deleted it because I said yes. Oh, we have no recollection. We have no proof. Yes. Please, people, document anything you're doing. And this is why it comes back to the stock market. You might hear me speak about the stock market before, but life revolves around the stock market. That is why they keep saying, okay, sir, you could come back in the next 6 months. You could come back in the next 3 months. Oh, you know how many people go to the doctor? They say they're not feeling well to the doctor. The doctor used some psychology and, okay, nice, soft tone, make you feel as if somebody really care for you. And I say, these people, they're not sick. They're sick in the head, but they want a doctor to tell them how special they are, because their partner is not giving them that attention, that love, that upliftment. And this is why people have to pay me the big bucks if they want to get uplifted and feel happy. Because this is why I like to find things very funny about life and laugh about it. Have you ever been into an argument about something and then you sit back after days and you look back and then you think about what happened? How many of you people laugh about the incident, and then you say it could be worse? Yeah, it could be worse. As I said, this is why I have my own channel. I don't have to worry about no YouTube talking about I must have a channel only for stocks, only for gossip, only for feeding the poor. The same, no, boring channel. No, my life is not about one thing. My life is about a variety of things. And this is what I like with people who can speak about a variety of life experiences. That's what I like. I don't like nobody keep telling me they don't know nothing. I don't know. And I tell you, if it wasn't for the stock market, I would be working. But when they tell you that, I'm sorry, sir, we can't use your service anymore, you just smile and look at them and say, you don't really control my life, okay? Because life goes on as the sun shineth. And this is why when you have your stock market in your pocket, you could use it to live off. Especially when you get older in life and it's time for retirement, that stock market is going to help you. Social Security will not be enough to cover your lifestyle. Retirement is a dream. The only people who enjoy lifestyle in a sense of speaking is those rich people. And rich people like things for free, you know that. All right? For us people, do not have large overhead. Cut your debt before you retire. cut it. I keep telling people, why you spend 30 years to work to pay off a mortgage, but yet when you retire, you're under stress because you have other payment to make, car payment, child support, food. People talk about they like to travel, you know. Yeah, I like to travel. Yeah, it takes money to travel. Travel. Okay, retirement is a dream. Stock market is not a dream. Stock market is reality. You look at your money, you see where income comes into your portfolio. You see where the stock went down, it is red. So what? You put money in your checking account, you pay the bills when it was green. After paying the bill, it is red. What's the big deal? You just want to get up every day, buy chicken. Chicken smell, yeah. Tyson Farms. You could invest in chicken. Look for the company that sells Tyson. You drink Coca-Cola, look for the company that sells Coca-Cola. You eat McDonald's, buy some McDonald's share. You like to drive BMW, go to the BMW stock market and find a company that sells cars. Every day you people talk about you buying water. You know, I'm the only person who don't buy water. I don't buy water. Okay, I'm going to show you. Water is everything. When you people say you buy water, you just buy water. If I really want to buy water, I want it to be mixed with something. Yes, Gatorade, V8, cranberry juice. It's water, right? Yeah, it's water mixed with juice, right? Yes, if you didn't know, we are living in this world. Everything is chemical made. So, but water, I don't say, no, I drink my pipe water. You have to save money too, right? You find a company that sells water. 50 cents the wrapper. He owns, I think he owns it. Or I have to find out, I forget. Yeah. He was so happy buying vitamin water. I don't remember if he sold it, but yeah, he made a big profit. Michael Jordan, he did not know anything about the stock market until Nike told him, we'll give you shares of Nike, and for every sneakers you sell, so and so and so, you make a profit, and so, okay. Magic Johnson was the same thing. Magic Johnson didn't know anything about the stock market. And you know what about it? These two gentlemen, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, basketball player. These guys are billionaires. They did not know about the stock market, but somehow, when somebody say, we're going to give you shares in our company, we're going to give you 50% shares in our company, in your mind you're saying, what does that mean? Why don't you just give me the cash? why don't you give us the cash? But the owners say, you know, in 10 years time, in 5 years time, you'll be making more money. Yes, we have to learn from somewhere. Shaquille O'Neal, when Michael Jordan was selling his sneakers for $150 and so forth, Shaquille O'Neal says he's going to make his sneaker cheaper for people to be able to buy. This is why I cannot understand why poor ass people wants to buy $150 Jordan sneakers. Oh, I'm buying a Jordan. No, guess what? You're buying a brand. The sneakers is not that special. And worst again, it's the made in China. So the quality is not the same either. For all you people worshiping brand name, get a life. Okay? This is why I'm saying we learn every day. I'm not a kid anymore. I've learned so much thing by listening to people. And it made me a better person. And as I told you before, this is why I have my channel. I can do what I want to do in a safe manner, because somebody will hear the message, and if they don't want to hear, don't worry, they will pay the price one day. Because when it's time to be buried, you're going to go to a place that sells coffin, right? See it? Yes, you're going to go to a person that sells coffin. Different price, 20,000, 30,000. You're going to buy some flowers. You're going to find a company that sells flowers. And you see it? You people find the money to buy these things. But while you are living, you could never find the money. This is how life is so funny. You people never have the money. You claim you never have the money. But when you die, you're going to be buried in a coffin, or you're going to be cremated. Now you could find a company that owns the cremation facility. Invest in that facility, because you know that humans will come to that cremation spot on a daily basis. Now tell me, you notice I did not talk about what the Bible said this and the Bible said that. No, I'm telling about real life experience and real life talk and real life analysis and real life futuristic thinking. Yes, everything is about the stock market. Where's that Tesla? Right. You see, this is the SPY index. This is where the 500 of the popular money-making company in America that controls the movement of the stock market. And as I told you, this is the 1 year 1 day chart. And as you can see with this charting, it is above that white or greenish color or cream color line right here, the straight line right here. That is a 200 EMA. All right. And as you can see, January, February, March. March 30, the market bounced off of the 200. And once it bounced off the 200, it's going up. You notice the market, it is showing bullish. Then it goes up. It's at 751. And there was a time the stock market was only $100. No matter the turbulence of the market always go up. So please don't tell me about you're scared of losing money and all these things. No. This is a chart. 5-year, 1-day chart. You look at before you start buying, investing. You know, how many of you people is willing, you know what, let me put in BLK, Black Rock. See, a few days ago it was, let me see, January, February, March, April, May, June 29, it was at $948. Now it is at 1,000. You know that this stock, it pays, I think, $5 dividend quarterly. See, $5. So if it pays $5 and you buy 100 shares, 1, 2. Oh wow, well, you don't have $102,000. 54, $102, $544 to buy 100 shares. So these are the good stocks in which you can only buy a few shares. But if you buy 3, if you buy 5 shares of BlackRock, 5 shares would give you $5,000, right? And then you would have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Every quarter you would be making $25. All right. Also, when you think about it, dividend sounds good, but sometimes you must realize it is like you're getting a portion of your money. Think about it. You buy the stocks, they're paying $5 every quarter. In order to be profitable, in a sense of speaking, even though that $5 is going to be profitable, but in a sense of speaking, this one share of $1,025, I call it $1,000. This one share of $1,000 gives you $5 every quarterly. You would have to multiply how many months times 5 that would exceed this $1,000. Anything over that, then that would be a profit. But then again, I'm doing futuristic thinking. It's like you go on a job. They tell you they're going to give you 2 weeks vacation. Think about it good. You get the job. They tell you, we are going to give you 2 weeks vacation. All right. We're going to give you 10 days PTO, personal time off. You say, okay. but futuristically thinking. They're not giving you anything. It is your money, but they keep it and then they make it seem like, oh, we're doing you a nice favor, you know. We give good bonus. We give good vacation. We give good PTO. Now we're gonna give you your vacation 2 weeks. Just tell us when you need it. It is your money, people. Psychology. Okay? You cannot be a zombie in life listening to what the Bible said. The Bible said. No, I don't speak about Bible around here. I speak about life experience. When you analyze and then you realize you're being brainwashed in this world. Every day you're being brainwashed. Because they tell you to get an education. They tell you to get a job. They're telling you to get a good job. But how many good jobs are there? Schooling is a business. The same school will never help you to get a good job. And you try to get a good job to get a better living. Okay? And guess what happened? Inflation hits you. This doesn't make sense. They always increase all these commodities, the pricing, the bread, the milk, the water, the rent, the gas. It is easy for them to increase. They put more money, the rent, they increase. But they never quickly increase your wages. Now tell me, does that make sense? And yet,
White heart, yellow heart, FaceTime audio.
Where are you? What taking so long? No. What is the nature of the business? Who you bought the room with? Where you know? Okay. Where you know? You guys see it fast. Yeah? Okay, I'm back again. I have to take care of business, you know. If you don't do it, who's going to do it for you? All right? I don't even remember what I was talking about. Let me see. I think the last thing I was speaking about was let me see. What was I speaking about? I was speaking about PTO and this psychological games they play with us, about this brainwashed world we live in. I was I was going to speak about the union. The union, you know, it is so okay for unions to strike and they get the money for the workers, but at the same time, the workers have to still pay a union fee. Okay? The workers pay a union fee extra. This is how these people get extra money. All right? And union, I never like union. I don't care what. I don't like union. I work for one so-called good. What's going on? Let me see something. I work for one good union, but the managers were no good. Yeah, so I don't believe in union. I believe in a man have to speak up for himself, because the union and management are always in cahoots, meaning they're kissing each other privately. And who get screwed? The workers. And this is why I keep saying, they tell us to go to school, we go to school, we get a good job. What do they call good job? If there was good job, why are there every job have the same problem? Every job has the same problem. And you know who's the problem? Yeah, your co-workers. Why is it when it's your last day on the job, everyone is so quiet? You don't see these people. People, I keep saying this over and over, they're not your friend. You know, they're not my friends. You know, it's all about the stock market. Life is about the stock market. Mother Teresa. Do you remember Mother Teresa? What? She used to live in what? India? She's always caring for the homeless. She's always caring for the people who are people who say they're I'm hungry. I don't have a place to live. No matter how many of these organizations we have in this world, as I keep saying, they will never end homeless and people getting hungry. So that tells me life is a joke. We're living in a fake world. And let me start now with YouTube. YouTube makes money. I listen to a guy. If everyone who comes onto YouTube really did their work, you see, when you go to a real job to work, you don't get help from workers, right? You don't get help from workers. They give you a hard time. But you come onto YouTube. Most people come on YouTube because they want to make money. And they really want to get monetized quickly. I know what they do. They never pay their dues. They try to ride the tail of another person. That's a form of hypocrisy. They try to hang with the person who's so-called famous because they have 1,000 subscribers. And this is how these new YouTubers try to join these groups. And then the quickest way for them to get monetized is to kiss ass and to always be around the same creator. Oh, I like that creator, I like that creator, I like that creator. And then they want the creator subscriber to subscribe to his or her channel so he or she can be monetized quickly. All right? Now, why in the real world you go to a job, these same people never help you, all right? Give you a hard time on the job, right? Because they want you to lose your job, right? But yet they come onto YouTube and they want to brag about, I can get monetized in 1 day. I can get monetized in 10 days. You never put in the work. You're beggars. You're begging for subscription. You're begging for like and share. Yes. When I put subscribe, like, or share, yes, I put it there. I'm not looking for, oh, I like that guy, so I have to go and bring 1,000 people to say, just press subscribe. Then 1,000 people come from your group and click it, and then make it seem like, oh, that person put in the work. I got monetized in 10 days. Those are the people desperate for money. I've been doing this internet business since 1989. Okay? I remember buying my first computer, 486 DX. And there was a difference between the DX and I forget the other, but one would have a maths coprocessor which would help to do quick calculation and the other would not have. Okay? I did not see anyone teaching me the internet or computer. Yes, I spend nights and day building computer. I would drive, I would see all the computers, I would pick it up, bring it home, break it apart, check the functionality, and then if it could work, I use it. If not, I get rid of it, or I would keep it for spare part, for testing. All right? So that's why I'm telling people, you have to spend the time to do things. There's no shortcut. Too much fanatics on YouTube, sitting down, joining platform to fight against other creators. Yes, that's all they do. Sit down and gossip about other creators. Hey, every person has the right to do their job, to do what they want. If you and your friend grew up together and you decided to branch off and do what you want to do, but you express, remember, whenever there's a breakup, things happen. Who are strangers to come and talk as if they know what's going on? Okay? A lot of these creators are wagonists. In real life, their life is messed up. They are the ones making six videos a day. But you cannot criticize them, but they like to criticize others. An argument. Yeah. I like to observe these people. Sometimes I don't want to hear them sometimes. Because I've found out and I've noticed, just like in the real world, gossip sells. Oh, 6 person died this morning. Oh, the person was crossing the street. A car hit a grandma. She was 98 years old. Yeah, this is what people want to hear about. Negative stuff. You ask yourself, why would a car hit an older lady crossing the street? You know why? Because in today's society, no one cares. The drivers don't care. The grandmother just crossed the street, she don't care. Maybe she had mental problem. Okay? So this is why when I talk about the stock market, I put in my work to learn the stock market. I never ask no subscribers to, oh, show me how to do this. Or no. I listen to creators who speak about the stock market. That don't mean it's only stock market they speak about, but I listen to them. How can a person put up 100 videos and all everybody wants is freeness? Yes, free, yes. You have creators talking about, oh, how you must make the video, how you must sound, how you must this. For what? Just to get paid from YouTube? Just to get likes from YouTube? Right? And you ask these people, so what do you do with your money? I feed the homeless, I feed the poor, I feed the homeless, I feed the poor. Oh, voice of the homeless. And these people are so hypocritical. They would never look at their own neighbors, family member, and assist them. Right? But they want to talk about they help the homeless. They feed the homeless. Yeah. People will always be homeless and people will always be hungry. And guess what? I have to think about my life. Yes. Accountability. YouTube has become a begging platform where people always come, oh, the quickest way to get subscription is, oh, I'm going to feed the homeless. Yeah. Where they get the money from? Oh, these people who watch the channel, they donate the money. They feel so sorry. But yet, they would never do that to fellow creators. They would never give money to another creator, because they're going to pick and choose who gets the money, because they are given money because of likes. Oh, I'm doing this because this creator, I like this creator. What about your life? Make sure when you retire, you have money to live your lifestyle, because I'm yet to see poor people helping. Okay? Poor people don't care a shit. I'm playing that straight now. Poor people walk on the street. Poor people only care about themselves. They might try to make it seem like I was once on the street, but now I'm trying to better myself. But just like a crackhead, you could clean, you could give a crackhead some shower, clean their teeth, brush their hair, put on some fancy clothing, but their mindset is still of a crackhead, but the outside they show you a different persona. Okay? And it leads back to the stock market, where without money people cannot survive. Yes. You wonder, what is YouTube all about? People make it seem like they really care about other people by donating. Yes, I've seen it. I work with these people. They wait until the person passed away. Then they want to contribute money to a person. Oh, he had a house. He died, left his wife and 2 kids. The person is looking for $200,000 in the GoFundMe. Get the step in. That is abuse of people. A person died. Okay, the guy been working on the job for many years, so he has a life insurance. Okay, he didn't care about no one but him damn self. As a new worker, I observe things. So people want everyone to feel sorry. I'm not sorry for no one. I got a job to work to make my living. Okay? Because I'm on YouTube, I don't see no one put no money into my pocket. You think I'm begging anyone to subscribe or put a like or comment or no? Because I'm not on YouTube for money. I'm doing this because I like to do what I'm doing, freestyling. And this is a way how I live my life. Happy, speaking about things I want to speak about. I'm not trying to have no fanatical group where we're going to be buddy and I can't even say a word about you. This is what's going on YouTube. I listen to a lot of these people. They speak. They're doing it for the money. You can't tell them what to say. But as soon as you criticize them, they start to pick out the M16 and fire shots. And guess what? This is why we're not doing it for the likes. We're doing it because we can do it. Some of these creators, they like to tell you that they don't want nobody to tell them how to do it and what to do it, but they're the same one begging money to help. If the creator, as you people like to say, God, cannot save this world, right? You people are so hypocrite where you keep talking about God, God, God. But most of the time you guys are warmongers, fighting against each other as creators. You reach a point where I don't even need to comment to some of these people anymore because they don't appreciate. They forget when they started. They forget when they did not have any subscribers. Yes. When they didn't have no subscribers, they tried to link up. Oh, let's link up. They would travel to your house just because they want to be in your group to steal your subscribers. And as I said, subscribers are people who do not have to follow, do not have to join no group. You subscribe to our channel because it's like an address. You can always find it easily when you subscribe to the channel. The subscription is like the number to a building, the number to a house, the number to a street. It is easily found, and then you can listen to what the person has to say or what the person is sharing. And that's the whole purpose of it. So when I hear voice of the homeless, I'm thanking that person for helping me to reach monetization. I'm thanking all the people. I got a lot of things in work, you know. And guess what? These same people wasted their life. Yeah. Just look at these people, the way all they look. You could tell they're just using YouTube because they want to get money now. Everybody wants to jump onto YouTube. But I remember when I started doing the internet, not YouTube. YouTube never existed. Okay, YouTube never existed when I started doing the internet. Many of you little punks don't even know about America Online. But you're going around arguing with people, arguing with content creators. Okay? Yeah. Arguing. I mean, this world is so corrupt. People just like to argue. People like to fight. People like to kill because they cannot get things their way. They want to be a boss. Ego steps in. I keep saying the same thing every time, but guess what? The message still has to be done. I'm not sitting down. You see, there was a time I used to sit down and try to make videos. I was using my DaVinci software to edit. I don't do that stuff no more. I learned the process. That is what I like to do. I like to learn a process, how things are done. But when I keep hearing about these people coming on YouTube just to get views and subscription, oh, I found the easy way how to get monetized, and everybody wants to jump on it. I found, guess what? You go in the settings and then you set everything up first. You watch some of these people about, oh, I just got hacked. And I keep telling these people, have two checking accounts. One only for YouTube and the other for personal daily business chores. things you're gonna buy. If your account should get hacked, it's gonna be only the YouTube channel checking account. But what you do, the money you get from YouTube that goes into that checking account, you transfer the money to your personal account, your personal checking account or your personal saving account. But when you people tie everything up into one account, whenever you get hacked, yes, people act, and then your account is compromised and you have no access to your checking account, you have no way of logging in, then you sit down and you cry like a baby and you say you want to give up, you want to go back to England, you want to go back to Jamaica because you cannot take the living because you have no money. Hey, the world is about never giving up. The first thing is to find out how can you get help. And this is why YouTube is so great, where I have assisted many people, giving them hope. But most of these people on this YouTube platform always think that pray to God, pray to God. Everybody like to pray to God, but they never give no solution how to solve the problem. Yes. But when they're hungry, you think when they're hungry and they're praying to God, it is the same human being is going to bring the food to them. Okay? Don't come to me about Bible, man. Talk about your life experience. Talk about how you struggle. Many of these content creators have not put in the work for that 4,000 hours. What? 4,000 hours watch hour and what, 1,000 subscribers. They have not done that work. They are leeches. They leech off another person's channel, begging them to send their subscriber to their channel just to press the button subscribe. Ah, I did it in 10 days. You didn't do nothing in 10 days. Okay? You think I'm a person, I'm going to believe every bum who keep talking about I got monetized in one day. And they sit down and they have 3 channels and they're begging people to go over to the 3 channel because they need the money. Every day they come on, talk about people must go to the other channel. But they criticize everybody else, but no one must criticize them. And when I tell them to start a brokerage company, when I tell many of these little boys and little girls to open an account so that they could better themselves, before they were bragging about how much money they make on YouTube. Oh, it makes $20,000 a month and I have a job. And guess what? They can't even pay the little rent. They can't even pay nothing. They have problem, and guess what? They're not happy. You don't even hear them laugh. Oh, what time is it? I don't know about tomorrow morning, but did you know that there is no tomorrow? Tomorrow is today, at this moment. See it? You people just being brainwashed and believe everything. Yeah. Today is the future. At this present time we're speaking. For every millisecond that passes by into the future, which is now. You know, but I must listen to everything what the brainwash system keep talking about. You know, just like how these people pick up a book and talk about what the book says. Likewise, I can get up every day and say the same thing, because no matter what, it will be repeated by other people. And this is why we never forget where we're coming from. The only way we can forget about where we're coming from is when the new generation is not taught anything about the past. All right, you hear that? But seeing that we have futuristic thinkers in this world, sometimes you wonder, are they humans or illegal alien? Oh, it's so good to be an illegal alien. I can go to sleep. Oh God. I can go to sleep or think about the inspiration. Suddenly at night, it's about the little inspiration. But men at work, I like to put words to things, you know. I really don't know the song. Yes, but futuristic thinking. This world is so corrupt, I keep saying it. I just need the stock market to go upward. And I'm looking at this the SPY. Oh no, where's the SPY? Where's the SPY? Let me go to SPY. You know what? Let me go to FXAIX. Okay, that's the Fidelity 500. Yeah, you're talking my stocks. Oh, see? I told you people. This is the ETF. This is the ETF. This is where I put my money. Look at the graph. Look at the graph. Wow. See, this is the Fidelity 500 index, similar to the S&P 500 index, but it is a little bit cheaper. Okay. Let me see. 1 year. Okay, that's, you see down here, that's July 31st 2025. It was 9,000. It comes up here it is 12,000. So that shows you. Let me see, what is this? I like this graph. Let me see the 5 year. Okay, this is the 5-year chart. See, this is the ETF you want to buy. You want to buy when it dips. See, I could show you a better a better charting if I was using my Thinkorswim, but I'm not turning on my Thinkorswim right now. This is a hypothetical growth of 10,000 invested. You would be making 19,000. Okay. Wow. See, if you had put in a $10,000, you could be making 19,000. And this is where you really want to put your money. Let me see. VOO. VOO is expensive. You see, even though these are S&P 500 index movement. See, the graph is the movement, same movement as the FXAIX, which is the fidelity, but the fidelity cost $200. See, $262. See, $262 for one share, as opposed to $691 for VOO. I got some more. I got some more stocks I could show you. All right, let me see this one here. Okay, see, let me see this is, all right, 2023. All right, this is the daily chart. All right, 2023, this stock was $860. And have you noticed it came down, 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 down. Now, if you had bought option put, you could be making money coming all the way down from 884. It came all the way down to what? It came all the way down. Wow, let me say something. It came all the way down to $4. Now it moves up to $38. But look now, look at this, very good. This is the daily chart, all right? All right, I'm going to show you the 1 minute chart. 1 minute. See the difference? Okay. Okay. All right. Since 4 o'clock, it was at $41. After hours, it went up to $44, and then from 16, 12, since 5 o'clock, it came all the way down to $28. It went back up, it came back down, and it came all the way down to $28. The price you see up here, which is 38.51, this is closing of the stock market at 4 o'clock. But if you look at after market, it shows you the stock went down 28.59. Okay, so this stock, let's see. Okay, this is the 5 minutes chart. All right, this is the, let me see, this is the 5 minutes chart. Let me see, 1 day, 1 day, 1 day, 5 minutes. All right, okay, look at it. This morning, the reason why I said this morning, the time right now is, it's 11:15. But at 9:30 this morning, the stock was at $19, and it came all the way up to 48. Remember I told you? 48. It came down, moved sideways. Then after market, it came all the way down to $28. But this morning, you could have made some money from $18 to 48. That would be $30. And just imagine you bought 100 shares. You could have made $3,000. Let me see. 18 from 48, that's 10. You could made $1,000 if you had bought 100 shares. Yeah. All right. And also, you could have made money if you had bought option call. If this stock is an option stock, and that $10 movement, let me see, I'm trying to figure out how I used to do it, for times 5, that would be what, 50? Let's see. What I was doing for these months, I invested my money and I let the market work for me. Sometimes you don't want to keep looking at the stocks. So what you could do, you could put your profit loss, you could put your profit stop. Whenever the stock goes to the particular settings, it will trigger a sell, and then you make your money. But as I said, if you're trading during the daytime, watching the stock move from point A to point B, you are gambling. That means you want to make a quick money. But notice online, many of these guys never show you when they're losing money. Since I started this stock market, whoever likes to talk, I like to say, show us the proof. If you're making money, show us the proof. The ones who go around speaking about they make X amount of money as if they're the #1 trader, they never show you when they're losing money. But they talk about how much they make. So what they do, they sell membership for you to enter their groups. So while you enter their group, you pay a small amount of money. But always remember, the small amount of money adds up according to membership. Then they use that membership money to invest and buy more stocks for themselves. This is how these creators make their money on the side. And then, oh, he's a genius. Yeah, he's a genius because he's using your money in which you should not be joining no group. You should be making your own money. Okay? I like to fix things for people. I like to troubleshoot things for people. And guess what? Many a time, I don't ask for money, but I get paid in other ways. This is why business for me would have to be serious. As a matter of fact, when I fix people's computer and I tell them $50, they cannot pay it. When I work on somebody's computer, I don't just fix one problem. I try to fix it. No, as a matter of fact, I let them know the fee. Example, at this moment, my fee is $150. It can always change, but I can say I charge $150 to look at your computer and fix it according to the problem you have. Anything else, you will have to pay me, and then I won't charge you for every hour $150. But for me to work on your device, you would have to be willing to pay me $150 and I can fix the problem. When I fix the problem, it won't be just one thing. Worse, when it's software, I make sure the things are updated. Yes, I make sure it's, I give it a nice cleaning with my Revo tools. I got different tools I use to clean up the system so it runs functional. Many people talk about, oh, my computer is slow, I think it have a virus. How do you know it have a virus? In today's society, we are always in a rush. And this is one way we are trying to look at a whole computer and say it's not fast enough. It is slow because files have been updated, and that is why your system is slow. It cannot keep up with today's technology. People don't want to spend the money. And then I have to say, you see, if you had bought some dividend stocks, if you had invested in ETF, you could use some of that money, which would be generating income on a weekly, monthly, or quarterly basis. That would help you to pay your computer bill. This is how I survive. You know, life is not difficult. It is the information people need. That is all they need, the information. But what I've noticed, people likes to hide information. And this is why I keep saying, these so-called subscribers or viewers, they are always quick to give money to help the sick and needy, but they're never willing to pay their bills. Yes, this is why they like to look at the content and they never like to give a like, share, or subscribe. Okay? Because they're selfish. They want everything for free. But as I always tell them, a day will come, you will have to still pay, because you will be paying for your coffin. It costs $20,000. Your stock market money will be used to pay for that coffin. So better you click the channel now, click the subscribe now, click the address. Yeah, because subscription is not about I want to be a member. Subscription is just the address to a person where you get to listen what he or she has to offer. It doesn't have to be for your liking, but as I said, our mindset is not ready for the information. But one day when you're by yourself, you will reflect on the information and you will learn from the information, because you cannot force a stubborn mule to drink the water. But when they're thirsty, they'll drink it easily without, come on, drink the water. Nope. What time is it? Wow, 3 hours. You know what? I'm going to take a break now. Think that's it for now. My life is always continuous. Life is also continuous. There'll never be an end. Okay? The only end is your physical life. And as I said, we're not here forever because our life is temporary. But the stock market will continue to be making money, losing money, and it will be going sideways as you still pay your bills, as you still worried about waking up 6 o'clock tomorrow. But as I told you, tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow is today. At this moment. Hey, what can I say? I'm just a nice guy. I don't care if you don't like the information, but it made a difference to your hearing, because he who has ears to hear will hear. Okay? If P. Diddy was listening to this, that millions of dollars he generated from being a bad boy, he could have bought some more bad boy stocks. Yes. Why would a rich man find himself in prison? A rich man who has all the money, they end up in prison. You know why they end up in prison? Ego. Wipe that ego from your head. That halo, ego. They don't want to hear the message. What is the ego? All right? You cannot use ego in life because you will be destroyed. There's a famous person who tried that. He said he wants to rule the world. He wants to own the world. And there was a time when German was the powerful country in this world, and everyone was scared of the Germans. Boom, 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 boom. The Germans are coming. Yeah, but guess what? They don't talk that talk anymore, right? Because goodness, defeat. And the funny thing about it, J.P. Morgan, the Chase Bank that I joined many months, many years, J.P. Morgan was around when the World War was taking place. And J.P. Morgan became billionaires with people's money because they are also a member of participating in the commodities of war. All right? You said JP Morgan. Okay, let me type in JP Morgan. JP Morgan. Okay, Chase Bank, see? All right. $342. Okay. $342.89. Let me see how much they pay for dividend. Just one moment. Using my smartphone with my Thinkorswim, JP Morgan. So, okay, could do options with it. But let me see. Okay, let me look at JP Morgan for the daily chart. Oh wow, JP Morgan pays a dividend. Let me see. Yeah, they pay a dividend of $1.50 every quarter if you have one share. The one share right now, it is $342.89. If you buy 100 shares, you would have to put up $34,289, and then you would get a dividend of $150 quarterly. All right. So now you see why when you go to school, you have to learn about addition and subscription minus. Yes, you have to learn about the plus and minus. I really can't speak too much big word because I'm not into that fancy word speaking. I'm into plain, easygoing wording. I'm not here to impress no one. I'm here to just give the message. All right, JP Morgan participated in that World War commodity making money. It's so funny, I've not even touched crypto. What I did before Donald Trump came into office, I was expecting the Bitcoin and the crypto to jump. So I invested in XRP, and I invested in XLM, which is similar to XRP but only cheaper. But you must always invest money you're willing to lose. So because I did not want to get bitten from hearing about if you had bought XRP 10 years ago when it was only 50 cents, in today's market, it is now worth $50,000. I don't want to, well, I could have. No, so what I did, I bought some XRP. I bought some XLM. And that money, I could have gotten out when it was green, but I have hope for the crypto. We are still in a crypto market. So I'm looking for Bitcoin to rebound and go back up to $120,000. See, this is why nothing is guaranteed. But if you want to invest and make some money, you invest. If you want to do day trading, be prepared to get in, get out. If you're doing option, be prepared to get in, get out. But you have to learn the steps, the process, how things are done. You have to learn about the break even, in which break even is when you really buy a stock. Once it passes that break even level, going upward, that's when you're making profit. There's so many other things. But as I say right now, it's 11:35 and I have to go now because I have to give it that one. Take a look to the sky. Tell me, what do you see? It's not the last time you will. Listen for the bells from the east, west, north, and south, and from the center where I transmit out. The message always reaches someone. Yes, since you believe in God and you've never seen God, well, the message is reaching out to people. You can't see them, but it's there. That is the frequency of life. As your frequency slows down, that means you're decaying. Your life is coming to an end. Make use of your life. Don't sit down and argue. Have some happiness. Because the name of the game is, did you make a difference in someone's life? That's the question. And I'm out.